Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Jess. If you guys are new here, you guys, today's video is going to be a little bit different. It's going to be a sit down video where I talk about my first trimester recap, which this is long overdue because I am currently 23 weeks pregnant. So I'm almost done. Well, in like 4 weeks, I'll be done with my second trimester. So I was going to do like a first and second like combined, but I was like, you know what, let me just do a first, and then once I finish my second, I'll record the second. That way it's like two separate videos. You guys, I know in the last vlog I was talking about first trimester and like how I was feeling and stuff, but I want to go into depth in this video and kind of give you guys a little bit more insight, I guess, to how I was feeling, symptoms I had, things that I did to help with those symptoms. I love these kind of videos, especially when I was first pregnant. Even before I was pregnant, I loved watching like first trimester recap, second trimester recap, because you see how like everybody like experiences different things, and then it's cool when somebody has the same symptom as you that you're going through and they're like, oh my gosh, like she tried this, like let me try to see if that helps my symptom, and so forth. So I am just excited to record this video finally. It's been so long. We actually got the stomach bug, and I was telling y'all in the last vlog that I was feeling sick with my first trimester, and I feel like I haven't caught a break really, because having the stomach bug while pregnant, y'all, not fun, not fun at all. I was gonna make a little iced coffee for this video, but I had one this morning and I was like, probably shouldn't do 2 iced coffees, but I have my water here, so I will be sipping on this while I give you guys my first trimester recap. All right, you guys, so let's get into it. So I found out I was pregnant at almost 7 weeks pregnant. I mentioned that, I think, in my when I found out I was pregnant video. And the reason that I found out so late was because I genuinely didn't think I was pregnant. So little backstory, I have PCOS, and my periods ever since like the age of like 12, when I first started having periods, have been really irregular, really all over the place. So some months I would have a period, some months I wouldn't. So not having my period wasn't like a huge red flag to me, just because of my PCOS history. I wasn't like, you know, too whatever, thinking about it too hard. And I had taken so many pregnancy tests in the past, because prior to this, about like 1.5 years ago, I got off birth control. 1.5 years ago to when I found out I was pregnant. So now it'd be like 2 years, almost 2 years of getting off the pill. And the reason I got off the pill, maybe I'll do a separate video like going into depth and everything about that, but honestly, long story short, it just gave me really bad side effects and was just destroying my body. So I wanted to just detox from the pill and literally just heal my body naturally. So within that like 1.5 years, like I would take tests like randomly here and there, like whenever my period wouldn't come, and they were always negative. Like we weren't like actively trying, but we weren't not trying, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? So yeah, so basically that's the reason I didn't find out. So these are some of the main symptoms before I took the pregnancy test, some of the main symptoms that I had. So the first one was really strong cramps. So obviously I was thinking my period's just coming, but these cramps felt so like, it felt weird. Like I can't even describe it. Like if you know, you know, like the feeling of like, it's just like really strong cramps, and it would be like they would wake me up out of my sleep. That's how strong they were. So I was like, okay, my period must be coming, this is weird. I also started having vivid dreams, like vivid dreams that were like crazy, y'all, like crazy dreams. And I was never one to like dream a lot, so it was just weird that I would literally have a vivid dream every day for like 2 weeks before I took the pregnancy test. And I was like, okay, this is weird. Why am I having all these very weird vivid dreams? That was another one. And then another symptom was sore, heavy chest. Y'all, oh my goodness. Like, you know how usually before your period, like you feel like pretty sore, like your chest is sore? This was like, it felt like bricks. When I would get up from my bed, I was like, oh my, like the pain, they just felt so so sore. I was like, okay. So next symptom was feeling nauseous, especially at night. So it was probably, and I don't ever get like nauseous usually, so that was one of the things that I was like, this is weird. Like I would get nauseous like throughout the day, but it would get worse at night. And I remember telling Trey, my husband, I was like, babe, it's just so weird because I've been so nauseous. Like I've been so nauseous at night. And I just thought that was really like weird, because usually people say you get like morning sickness. Apparently that's like a myth. It's like an all-day thing. So if you're not pregnant or you're in your first trimester, I'm here to give you the real tea because I did not expect that. Yeah, you can get nauseous all day, and mine was worse at night actually, not during the morning time. One of the things that I wasn't like too, like, I guess with the nausea, like since I never actually threw up, I was like, okay, I don't know why I like wrote off pregnancy just because I wasn't throwing up, which a lot of people, they don't, like they'll just be like nauseous their entire pregnancy. And that was my case. My whole first trimester, I never actually threw up. I did dry heave a lot, and I don't know which one's worse, because it's like it was like miserable because I couldn't get it out. You know, I couldn't get like anything out, so the nauseous feeling was like, Then the next one was aversion to coffee. And if you guys know me, you know that honestly, like my obsession with coffee has just been a thing my, like, I wouldn't say whole life, but like a majority of my adult life for sure. I would have 1-2 cups. One was like every day, of course, like my morning latte. And so I started like not really wanting it, and the smell of coffee was kind of nasty to me. And I was just like, okay. And this was something that I was telling people, and they were like, girl, you're pregnant, like you need to take a test. And I was like, no, I'm not pregnant, yada 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 yada. Like, okay. So that was one that I was just like, okay, this is definitely weird. And you know, at first I didn't think about it because it was like a slow progress. Like at first I didn't want to finish my cup. I was like, I drank like half of it and like set it to the side. And then the second time I would have my coffee, same thing. And it just became to like where the aversion became so strong that I didn't even want it at all. And then I was like, well, maybe it's because I'm nauseous, like I'm not really craving coffee, yada yada yada. So that was another one. Another one, and these are all like symptoms before I found out, mind y'all. Probably because I was so far along that all these symptoms were like in my face, but obviously I've never been pregnant before, so I was just thinking PCOS or like this or whatever. Anyways, so another one, my hormones were all over the place, still are. That hasn't changed, but I was crying so much. I was crying one minute, laughing the next. Like, poor Trey, he was like, babe, you need to take a test. Like, he would like literally tell me like, babe, you need to take a test. Like, all these symptoms are weird. You've never had these symptoms all at once before. Like, you need to take a test. So that was one for sure. Hormones all over the place. But again, I just thought, okay, my period's coming, you know, your hormones are all over the place. Yeah. Another one that was interesting was, I can't remember if this one was before I took the test or right after, but since I was so nauseous and I didn't really want to eat anything, the only thing that sounded really good to me was fruit. And that has like continued on through my entire pregnancy. Like, one of my biggest cravings is fruit. Cold fruit, strawberries. Just thinking about it right now, I think I'm gonna get a bowl before work. I work later, y'all, and I think I'm gonna get an acai bowl. That sounds really good. Acai bowl, smoothies, fruit. That was like my thing, and it still is. Baby girl, she goes crazy, y'all, for the fruit. Let me tell ya. I think it's because it's cold too. Like, anything cold, I'm like, oof, I want it. Oh, I had like a little obsession with like pina coladas for a while, and I was just like, I just thought it was so funny because I was literally drinking them for like a week straight. And I was just like, oh my gosh, like anything cold, love it. So basically I took the test after all this, right? Took the test, found out I was pregnant, and the rest of the symptoms continued. Like, they continued for the duration of my first trimester. The nausea was something that was like, oof, y'all, like it really like took a toll on me. Like I remember almost getting on medication. I didn't, but I was like to the point where I was like, okay, if this continues past 13 weeks, I'm gonna have to get on something. But I didn't. So I'm gonna share with you guys some of the things that I ended up doing so that would help with the nausea. So the first thing that would help personally was eating. So I had to make sure that I never let myself get too hungry. So like every 2 hours I would have to have like a little snack, a little something, just to help me, you know, get past that and like help subside the nausea a little, but that didn't completely take it away. Another thing that I did, and I'll put a picture on the screen because I don't have them with me, because thankfully the nausea is gone. And you know, somebody was telling me that in their 3rd trimester the nausea comes back, and I'm like, do not tell me that, do not tell me that. But they're called Preggy or Prego or Preggy Pops. I'll put a picture on the screen. They're super cheap, you can get them off Amazon, and those would help because they're like tart, they're sour. It's like a B6 supplement, and it's just like lemon or raspberry. They have like different ones, and that would help a little bit to like subside the nausea, especially at night when it would hit so strong. I would like pop one of those in, and I feel like it like helped a little bit. It didn't completely take it away. None of these things completely took it away, like took the nausea away, but it did help. Okay, another thing with the nausea, so eating, making sure you eat every like 2-3 hours, eating a little snack, whether that be like a saltine cracker, a piece of toast, like anything. Like, and I I gravitated more towards like breads, like kind of like bland foods, especially in the 1st trimester. I wasn't hungry at all. Like I was not hungry, nothing seemed good to me besides like fruit, and that was really it. Fruit and bread. That was the only things that really seemed good to me. Another thing that helped, hold on, I wrote it down. Another thing that helped was sparkling water. So sparkling water actually really helped a lot. And my friend, which we're like 3 days apart, she put me on and she was like, girl, you need to try sparkling water. So I ended up getting Spindrift. That was one of the brands I got. I forgot the other one, but the sparkling water helped a ton, y'all. Like I was like obsessed. Like I would buy cases every week of sparkling water because it really did help. Another symptom that I had in the 1st trimester, which I know is very common, was nausea in the car. Ooh, y'all, the nausea in the car it was pretty bad. Like I remember driving to Georgia, and that's only like a 2.5 hour car ride, and I was so nauseous. And the one thing that helped was eating snacks, like I said, and like sipping on my sparkling. But also I have them right here to show y'all these nausea bands. You can get them at like CVS, Walgreens, Walmart, I don't know. I think I got these, my sister-in-law actually gave me these, and I had like 3 pairs of these because different people have gifted, so I'm stocked up on these wristbands. But these, y'all, those actually, for some people, they don't do anything, but for me, the car rides, like the trigger point, like it really did subside the nausea like a lot. So if you're traveling, have to be in a car or an airplane, I suggest at least trying those, because hey, if it'll relieve some nausea, that's better than nothing. All right, another symptom that is probably one of the common symptoms for people is constantly peeing throughout the night. My 1st trimester, I think it was between like weeks 8 to currently, because I'm still waking up. It's not as bad now in the 2nd trimester, but I won't even go into that because we're gonna do a whole separate 2nd trimester video. But constantly peeing throughout the night, that was like a constant thing, which I was like really confused because I thought like in your 3rd trimester that's when you're like waking up to pee all the time. No. Definitely not. But yeah, I think that's it, y'all, for like the 1st trimester symptoms. And thankfully most of these symptoms, let's see, the nausea went away, strong cramps, vivid dreams I still get, which I'm getting more like nightmares recently, and I'm just like not the vibe. Like they're like scary. So I'm still getting that. The aversion to coffee thankfully has left the chat. like I said, I was drinking iced coffee this morning. I'm in love with coffee again, and I'm so happy about it, you guys. So if you're in your first trimester right now and you have an aversion to coffee, it does get better. Now I heard some people, they do have the aversion their whole pregnancy. So hopefully that's not you, because I was scared that was gonna be me. But I'm trying to see if I missed anything. Yeah, y'all, I think that's it for all of the symptoms that I had during my first trimester. I feel like there's certain things that you can, like for the nausea, you can do stuff for that. For like vivid dreams, you can't do anything for that. Like you're just gonna have the vivid dreams, you know what I mean? The sore chest, thankfully that went away. I'm not really feeling that as much anymore. The nausea went away, aversion to coffee went away. Hormones all over the place, still a thing. Craving fruit, still a thing, which I don't mind that because I love that. Yeah, you guys, those were all of my symptoms slash a little recap of some of the things that I went through during my first trimester. I feel like the first trimester, especially being your first time being pregnant, like this is my first time being pregnant, it's such a sensitive time because there's so many firsts. Like your body changes so rapidly, y'all. And I just want to say, like, if you're in your first trimester and this is your first time being pregnant, or your second or your third, however many times you've been pregnant, give yourself grace. Give yourself grace. I know I wish I would have given myself more grace, like especially with like workouts and like staying consistent. I would like beat myself up, y'all, like for not working out like X amount of times a week. Like there'd be times where I wouldn't even work out a week, only once a week. The first trimester, I can count on one hand how many times I worked out. And that's fine. Like that is okay. There's some people that can continue to work out, you know. The fatigue for me was so extreme, and like I just felt completely different. Like my whole body was changing, everything was changing, and I was so tired. Like I had to force myself sometimes to get off the couch. Like it was like that, and that's completely normal. Like you're growing a human, so give yourself grace because you are growing a human and you need to rest, mama. I need to grab my water again because your girl, whew, I've been talking a lot. Okay, but like I was saying, give yourself grace. If you are pregnant, you're going through this, you guys, like I wish, and it's like you don't know until you experience pregnancy how it is, you know. You can't, like, now knowing what I know now, if somebody tells me they're pregnant, I'm like checking in on them. I'm like, oh my god, like how are you feeling, like, you know, just because I know like what I went through and like how that support system was so needed. And I'm just so thankful for the community that I have here in Greenville, my friends, my family in Georgia. Like, oh, they've just been so amazing. And my husband, he's been so amazing. So yeah, you guys, I definitely want you guys to give yourself some grace. You're growing a human, you got this, and you are doing the best that you can do. And I wanted also to share with you guys some books that I have been loving during my first trimester, second, and into my third as well. But I wanted to share, first off, is this book right here. It is The Christian Mom's Pregnancy Journal. Yeah, you guys, so I love this journal. My sister-in-law gave it to me. It's a week-by-week guide, prayers, and memory book. It is so nice. Like, I would definitely gift this to somebody during their pregnancy because this is so cute. So each week it has like a little baby update, like what's going on with baby. It has a devotional, and then it also has a little prayer at the end, and then a place for you to journal. So in this one it says, "Dear baby," and then it says, "In this journal space, write a letter to your baby detailing how you shared the news of their arrival with the world. How did people react?" Just cute things like to keep, you know, like a keepsake. I also had one with the ultrasound. This is when we found out she was a girl, so I want to like glue that in there. It's just super cute. Like I absolutely love this, and I look forward to it each week, like learning a little bit more about what baby's going through, reading my devotional, and then journaling to keep track of my pregnancy. I absolutely love this book. The next one is The Whole 9 Months. I love this one. My mom gave me this one. And honestly, this is a week-by-week pregnancy nutrition guide. And then it has, like, it talks about a lot of things like vitamins. It talks about cravings, aversions, like if you're craving something, you might be deficient in this, or you know, XYZ. Like it has a lot of information, and then it also has like recipes as well, like some healthy recipes. So that's good, because sometimes things don't sound good, or like when you're pregnant, at least this is my personal view, I have just been so lazy when it comes to cooking and like even thinking about what to make. So it's nice to have some like easy, nutritious meals that you can just whip up. And yeah, absolutely love this one. And then the last one is this big mama right here. It's pretty thick, you can see it. This one's called the Mama Natural Week by Week Guide to Pregnancy and Childbirth. So my friend Kelsey, love her, she gave this book to me when she found out I was pregnant, and this is the most thoughtful gift ever, you guys. This book has so much information about pregnancy. It breaks down each week. It breaks down everything from the first couple weeks, like baby related, mama related, birth, postpartum, just different things like sleep, vitamins, breastfeeding. It just has so much information, y'all. So I would definitely recommend this book. It's catered towards the crunchy mamas, that's what they say it, like, but take it with a grain of salt, because I'm not necessarily fully on like one whole spectrum. Like of course, like I want to do, like, give my baby the best, the cleanest things, the healthiest things, you know, and all that, but sometimes you can drive yourself crazy like going down a rabbit hole. But honestly, this book has such great information, and it's not like biased, like it's not like you have to do things a certain way, you know. So I really like this book. It has so much information, and y'all should definitely check it out if you are pregnant or you know somebody that's pregnant. Any of these 3 books that I just shared, you guys, and I'm gonna try to link them down below. I don't know why YouTube for some reason is not letting me link stuff. I think it's because I have to get verified, I don't know. But anyways, this was a chatty video, but it was long overdue, you guys. I have missed talking to y'all so much, as you could tell. I don't know how long this video is gonna be, but if you stuck around to the end, I love you guys so much, and I just can't wait for all of the content to come. I know this weekend I'm gonna do a weekend in my life. We're gonna start the nursery. We're gonna start all the nesting things. So thank you guys again so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye guys.